This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good afternoon, I'm Ray Collins. Scott Dennis is on assignment. Our top story, President Trump's plan to replace Obamacare, is set up for a showdown this afternoon on Capitol Hill. The vote was postponed yesterday after it appeared the plan didn't have enough votes. The president says if it doesn't pass, he's going to move on. Let's go live now to Capitol Hill for an update from the scene and reporter Stephanie Ramos. Stephanie, good afternoon.
The vote on the GOP's health care replacement plan was supposed to happen yesterday. On the 7th anniversary, Obamacare was signed into law. But today, Republicans will try once again to get it done. For the second time, it is down to the wire on Capitol Hill as House Republicans are supposed to vote on the GOP's plan to repeal and replace Obamacare, even though there's no guarantee it will pass.
Republicans offer today H.R. 1628, the American Health Care Act of 2017, which will eliminate Washington's one-size-fits-all health care policy for the American people.
Thank you, Chairman.
Some Republicans aren't sold on this new health care plan.
This is not a repeal. This is a patchwork fix.
Right now, only 17% of Americans approve of the GOP's health care replacement bill. President Trump, however, is still demanding a vote on the bill today.
President, what will you do with your health care bill,
We'll have to see.
Last night, Trump aides delivering an ultimatum to lawmakers from the president. If the plan fails, the president says Obamacare stays, and he moves on to tax reform.
It ruins his entire first 100 days, which has already been problematic in here. I think what it does is it makes tax reform almost impossible. It makes the budget very difficult.
The White House budget director on GMA this morning says the fight to get votes is not over just yet.
I think we had 100 members of Congress to the White House yesterday. The president's a tremendous salesperson, a tremendous closer. I wouldn't count him out.
President Trump has met with many lawmakers at the White House, but today we'll see if those meetings moved Republicans any closer to voting yes on this bill. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, the Capitol.
Thank you, Stephanie. You can track developments on the health care bill on our website, mysuncoast.com, as well as our Twitter and Facebook pages as well. A major traffic concern continues in North Sarasota. A water main break has caused police to shoot down US 41, or rather shut down US 41 between Myrtle and MLK. They're directing traffic to Old Bradenton Road, but you may want to avoid the area and take US 301. Crews were out around 1 o'clock this morning repairing the 8-inch asbestos line before it broke and flooded the roadway yesterday. The closure caused some major traffic problems all over the area. Water has since been restored to businesses and homes that were affected nearby. Again, that water main is repaired and both lanes could reopen this afternoon. The Florida Highway Patrol is trying to figure out who is throwing rocks at cars overnight on I-75. It happened around midnight at mile marker 226 at Mendoza Road at the overpass there in northern Manatee County. 3 drivers heading north when they say their windows were struck by small rocks or BB pellets or both. No injuries, but there was some body and window damage to the cars. If you can help on this one, please call the Florida Highway Patrol. Well, a forecast like this is what the Chamber of Commerce and the Visitors Bureau loves to hear about, John.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. You can't beat it. You know, in inland areas today, we're going to see some clouds build, and there may be a sprinkle in Hardy or DeSoto. And temperatures are going to be warm, but the humidity is lower, and anytime the humidity is lower, I'm all in. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Got me in, too.
It's fantastic. Lakewood Ranch webcam put into motion shows a beautiful blue sky to start the day. A few fair weather clouds now moving into the picture, and that's what we're going to see, I think, this afternoon. Just fair weather clouds for the most part. Moving in from the Atlantic, they're still picking up a few scattered showers over on that coast today. We don't see much anything around here this afternoon. It's pretty much going to be a dry week ahead, actually. I don't see much in the forecast to indicate any approaching showers over the course of the next 7 days, just some temperature changes. We're looking at temperatures most everywhere today that'll hit the 80 mark or pretty close to. And as we head into the evening, we'll probably see the temperatures fall off a little more quickly than we normally might because the air is just a little bit drier. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few, Ray.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Governor Scott on the Suncoast today talking about job growth. He says in the first 2 months of 2017, Florida businesses created about 54,000 new positions. The governor says Florida's annual job growth of over 3% is exceeding the nation's 1.8%.
Our labor force, people have figured out that you can get a job in Florida, so people are moving to Florida, and people in Florida are getting involved in the labor force. So our labor force growth rate is 4 times the national average, so that's outstanding.
The governor spoke this morning at the headquarters of Bell's in Bradenton. He spent the night in the area after attending a fundraiser for another politician on Longboat Key. He was also in Sarasota last week rallying support for Visit Florida and Enterprise Florida, which are at risk of being cut by some Florida lawmakers. Well, some headlines last week certainly impacted the job market and also Wall Street as well. Let's go to Jeff Stern now for more on how the Wall Street was affected by some headlines this past week, Jeff.
Ray, you are correct. The markets did not like all the headlines this week. All the indices are down over 1%. We haven't seen that in a while. As we heard earlier, the news of the Obamacare, what's going to happen there. London was not good for the markets either. The ban of electronics on airlines, a lot of stuff going on. The markets have not liked this week for sure. Down about, like I mentioned, over 1%. The 10-year Treasury's hanging tough at around 2.42 last I checked, so that hasn't moved much even though we moved interest rates. So let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, look at that, up positive 25 points to 20,682. 0.25%. NASDAQ 5,851, up 33 points, over 0.5%, while the S&P trading at 2,352, up almost 7 points, 0.25%.
I understand that robots are taking away some jobs in this country now.
Ray, that's been the talk of the town, that's for sure. As you can see, some people think it's more of the trade regulations and what's going on with that, but robots are here and taking jobs. Supposedly 38% of U.S. jobs, 30% of the UK, while 21% in Japan are on the risk of being replaced, I should say. These countries include very similar sectors: finance, transportation, education, manufacturing, and food services. One reason the U.S. is higher in the level of jobs, we have more domestic retail operations in finance, for example, say a lot of bank tellers in small towns. And the UK focuses more of their finance in international finance as well as investment banking. U.S. has routine tasks that can be replaced by robots. But don't worry, overall, the jobs should remain constant, and they're just going to change a little bit as far as the education needed, the skill set. But Ray, we're not too concerned overall for the jobs. We just might have to change what they are.
We're living in changing times right now. Okay.
That is for sure.
Thank you, Jeff. Have a good weekend.
Enjoy your...
Other news, a new restaurant in the Cortez Plaza caught fire. It's since reopened its doors, though. Flames broke out behind the Mission Barbecue restaurant. An employee going to work saw the flames and called managers. No injuries reported. And while smoke and flames damaged the outside of the building, the inside was not affected. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, and the restaurant is reopened. It opened for the first time ever just 2 weeks ago. Speaking of restaurants and food, let's go to Chef Judy now, who's live from a Thai restaurant. Judy, take it away.
Oh, Ray, it's a beautiful day, and it is beautiful cuisine. We're here at Isan Thai, right on Tamiami Trail in Sarasota, next to the Felipe Creek Estates. Just past it in that little strip where you kind of drive down in, you're going to find this beautiful Thai gem. Look at this food. It is everything from crispy Thai whole fish to curries, pad Thais, and so much more. You're going to enjoy the hour with us. You're going to get to meet the owner, and they have bringing us such beautiful specials, and you're going to get to hear all about it in just a few minutes right here from Isan Thai.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com, AndServices.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Every now and then, factories authorize us to give deep discounts on furniture. And that time is now during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale at Bacon's Furniture and Design. Shop the Flex Steel styles you love like Brandon, Dillon, Crosstown, Fleet Street Sectionals, and more. All at the guaranteed lowest authorized prices. Experience the beauty, the functionality, the quality for years to come with a lifetime warranty on Flex Steel's patented spring construction. The Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale going on now only at Bacon's Furniture and Design.
You know, things can happen in an instant. We never expected Brady to be in an accident. And if he didn't have blood donors, he wouldn't be here.
To Suncoast blood donors and everybody in this community, I'd say thank you. You know, I'm gonna pay it forward.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
A lot of sunshine across the state of Florida today. The frontal boundary has moved through and everything looks really beautiful. We have across the region 74 degrees in Jacksonville, 73 degrees in Tallahassee. No, where is that? Daytona Beach. Melbourne coming in at 78. West Palm Beach coming in at 75. 81 degrees in Naples. Fort Myers coming in at 81. 77 in Tallahassee. And Pensacola coming in at 68. So some chillier temperatures to the north, but around here we'll see 80 degrees most everywhere. Topping it out at about 81 or 2 in Sarasota. I think we'll probably be in the probably 83 to 85 degree range in inland areas. Not that big a difference really between the coastline and inland areas because of a general east or northeast wind flow kind of keeping everything fairly uniform, not taking any benefit from the cooler Gulf waters. Also, we're not allowing much of a sea breeze development today, so consequently the coastline will stay a little bit warmer. Currently, we're looking at an air temperature coming in at 76 degrees, as I mentioned, in Sarasota itself. 54 degrees, the dew point, plenty of sunshine out there, and not much of a chance of rainfall. I think that dew point in the 50s makes it feel just so ever so comfortable. And it will probably be staying there in the 50s. At least today, probably tomorrow as well. So we are looking at a very, very nice weekend ahead. Wind speeds not too terribly bad, coming in at about 10 to 15. They'll probably even subside a little bit more as we head into the mid-afternoon. Tonight and then during the overnight, they may actually pick up just a little bit once again. So some of our area waters may see an exercise caution statement issued one more time. Winds generally offshore. The latest red tide information has come in. Around the Ringling Bridge, there have been some incidents of red tide low levels in the water. Still, the Mote Marine spotters have not found any irritants in the air to speak of that have caused respiratory distress, so green flags flying for no red tide issues at area beaches by Mote Marine spotters at the time of the observations anyway. So great news there. And as you head to the beach this weekend, should be plenty of sunshine and very little rain chance. So it should be great beach-going weather. Now, we will get a little teeny tiny bit of cloud cover from time to time because of this general easterly wind taking some of these Atlantic clouds and slinging them back. But they're the kind of clouds that'll just add to the beauty of the sunsets and sunrises, so you wouldn't worry about it. We have a low-pressure area back in the center part of the country spinning around here. It kind of extends with frontal boundaries all the way into the northeast, and there's a line of showers that is developing there that could be actually severe. Nothing, of course, in our neck of the woods that we have to worry about. There's the line that could become severe a little bit later on this afternoon, particularly from Texas on up through the Arklatex. Watch for that if you're traveling to that section of the country. There could be issues. Basically, a nice northeast wind right straight through the weekend, or an easterly wind perhaps as the high-pressure ridge even builds further inland. A few scattered showers over on the other coast. We remain high and dry and enjoy the sunshine and lower humidity air. In fact, for the 7 days ahead, I don't really see any rain shower chances in the forecast, Ray.
We'd like to see that. Thank you, John. On to health news now. Is it true that bad luck can cause cancer? Turns out that's often the case. Research have started estimating what percentage of cancer mutations are due to environmental and lifestyle factors, hereditary factors, and random chance. They found that 66%, or 2/3 of the genetic mutations that develop into cancer, are caused by simple random errors occurring when cells replace themselves. Random mutations are things like smoking and drinking. Lifestyle factors include obesity and poor eating habits. As always, doctors stress the importance of living a healthy lifestyle to combat any ailment. A fashion show with some very special models tomorrow at the mall at University Town Center. The National Pediatric Cancer Foundation is teaming up with Dillard's to help raise funds for the research and elimination of childhood cancer. The event includes pediatric cancer patients as the models. It takes place tomorrow at the mall at UTC and Dillard's at 10 o'clock. Doors open, show at 10:30, and it's being emceed by our very own Haley Wilgus. A national program is stressing the importance of adults learning how to swim. The U.S. Masters Swimming Foundation will host a free lesson tomorrow at Potter Park in Sarasota. The class will kick off the Adult Learn to Swim Month initiative. The CDC says about 10 people drown each day in this country. Knowing CPR helped a high school freshman save a classmate's life. The story from TJ Holmes.
It seemed like just another day in the high school cafeteria for Ian Brown until this terrifying moment. Take a look. You can see Brown sitting with a group of friends when suddenly his classmate across the lunch table, Will Olson, starts violently coughing and wildly gesturing his arms, signaling for help. He's choking.
We couldn't tell if Will was choking or if he was just laughing and coughing at the same time, and eventually what started to give it away was the redness in his face and then the hand motions to his neck.
Watch Brown, just a freshman, calmly leap into action. He walks over to Olson and performs the Heimlich maneuver just 4 times, dislodging the food from his throat and in a matter of seconds saving his friend's life.
I felt thankful I had Ian, a friend there that had the training to do what he did.
Brown says he learned to do the Heimlich during first aid training and a police department program in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
I felt I was just doing what I was trained to do. I've wanted to be a police officer, and that's what they trained me to do, and that's what they told me to do.
You immediately watch the other student jump up and call for help.
We stopped by a local fire department to get help breaking down Brown's actions in the video.
The student jumps right in and starts a quick intervention with those abdominal thrusts and the Heimlich maneuver procedure, and definitely saves this kid's life.
Choking is the 4th leading cause of unintentional accidental death, and the Heimlich maneuver is credited with saving over 100,000 lives since the technique was created in 1974. And this morning, many are crediting Brown's quick action for saving a life.
We can all say that he did an excellent job taking that initiative.
Frightening moment there, but he sprang right into action. Wonderful ending there. Still to come, we'll have our Pet of the Week, with a great name, by the way, and a weekend event for the dogs, for sure. Stay with us.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Hey, Tampa Bay, join us for the premiere of a new St. Petersburg tradition, the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, March 25th and 26th from 10 to 8 p.m. at Northstrop Park. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends for the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, March 25th and 26th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Another Collins in the house right now. John is with Marcia and Nikita named Collins. Hey, guys.
Oh, what a beautiful animal, too, but I guess with a sad story.
A very, very sad story. Collins was found struggling to get out of a wolf trap in Collins County, Florida.
Oh, my goodness.
Or Collier County in Florida. And because he struggled so hard to live, he's got a bad right hip, and it's going to be a hip replacement.
At a young, tender age of 3.
At a young, tender age of 3. But he is a wonderful dog, and he is looking for a home. The surgery will be taken care of, probably by the Akita Rescue Society of Florida. But he does need a wonderful, loving home. He's great with kids, John.
Oh, he's
super
beautiful
great with
eyes,
kids.
really gorgeous.
Loves to ride in the car, loves to cuddle, but right now says, you know, I'm in a pinch of pain, but I need some love to get me through. So a very, very special family should have Collins. Now, he doesn't do well. He likes to be the king of the roost. Doesn't really do well with a lot of other dogs, but he is fantastic, fantastic with children and humans, and just absolutely is a lover. The minute we walked in together, he gave me a big kiss. A huge, huge kiss.
What a sweetheart.
But he does need the surgery, which he will be receiving from the Akita Rescue Society.
What kind of recovery is involved in a surgery like that?
Well, it's a hip replacement, kind of like us, you know?
I mean, will there be? Will you be releasing them soon after surgery?
Yes,
or?
yes.
So whoever adopts them must initially realize that they're going to be kind of caregivers, and they're going to be in charge of the rehabilitation for a while.
Exactly, and there will be some rehab, but you know, on dogs, it's much quicker.
Is it?
You know, because they're running anyway.
And dogs they don't care. They're just in the moment. They're so good at that sort of thing.
Yes, he's just absolutely wonderful. But if you would want to give Collins a very, very special home, please contact the Akita Rescue Society of Florida. They do such a marvelous job. They can be reached at 603-289-8899, and they do a marvelous job with these dogs.
And you can tell that this dog will be a faithful companion for the rest of his life, and he's got a lot of life left. Marcia, thanks for bringing him in. Collins, good luck on that surgery, buddy. You're going to be just fine. Right?
Thank you, folks. Speaking of dogs, there's a fun event this weekend you and your pet can take part in. The Sarasota Kennel Club having its annual Mutt Derby. Funds collected go to Fast Friends Greyhound Adoption and All Faiths Food Bank. The Derby is at the Sarasota Kennel Club Sunday, which is near the airport. Okay, it's lunchtime. Let's go back to Isan Thai in Sarasota. Chef Judy is standing by. Hi, Judy.
Hey there, I want you to meet Irinchaya Srikhao. How did I do?
Rinchaya Srikhao.
And you are the owner. Tell us about how long you've been here and what you feature at the beautiful restaurant called Isan Thai.
We just celebrated 5-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What got you into the restaurant business?
I work in a couple Thai restaurants since I come to United States in 2008. And 5 years ago, I decided to open my own restaurant that have my own Thai food from northeast of Thailand, the different kind of food, from fresh ingredients. And I love to gardening, so I bought a lot of Thai herb from my garden to cook.
In fact, I remember when you first opened, you gave me some Thai basil from your garden. I was so touched by that. So you're doing a lot of the cooking, and how do you come up with your creative ideas? Are they recipes from your family, or are some of them fresh and new?
Yes, from myself and from my mom, from my family.
Oh, Mom's recipes. I mean, we're getting emotional about it. Tell us about the hours of operation.
We open 7 days a week. Start 11 o'clock until 10.
And you have specials at lunchtime?
Yeah, we have lunch special.
Tell us a little bit about that.
The lunch special, you can pick any kind of food, and you can pick any level spice, and it comes with choice of wonton soup or house salad.
So that's a really good deal. And I noticed you added tables outside as well.
Yes.
And beer and wine?
Beer and wine, we have a good beer and wine selection.
And can anybody order this?
Yeah, they love it a lot. It's fresh young coconut.
You know, coconut is the most important thing to be drinking. Keeps you hydrated in this summer weather. So I know we're going to come back in just a few minutes and talk about the actual food that you've created. But aside from the menu, you have daily specials?
Yeah, we have daily special we put on the board. And today we have the pad thai with crispy duck.
One of my favorite. You smile because you know how much I love duck.
You know the duck, yeah. Okay.
That sounds great. Well, stay with us because we're coming back, and Irinchaya is going to explain to us all these beautiful dishes. It is wonderful, and I can't wait to tuck in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
He has about a 4.5-foot wingspan, and he weighs close to 4.5 pounds, so he's a very big bird.
Guess who is stopping by this week on Animal Outtakes?
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Every now and then, factories authorize us to give deep discounts on furniture. And that time is now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Bacon's Furniture and Design. Shop the FlexSteel styles you love like Brandon, Dillon, Crosstown, Fleet Street Sectionals, and more. All at the guaranteed lowest authorized prices. Experience the beauty, the functionality, the quality for years to come with a lifetime warranty on FlexSteel's patented spring construction. The FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale going on now only at Bacon's Furniture and Design.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Pickle beets.
You keep going back to pickle beet. I want ooh la la.
With unlimited colors to choose from, I knew we would find one they would agree on.
Ace is the place with the sienna rose color you love. Or pickled beets.
This one would be nice.
Maybe aged Bordeaux.
Don't miss the March red hot buys on Roundup Weed and Grass Killer and Spectracide Fire Ant Killer. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Florida Studio Theater presents Piano Men, held over by popular demand through April 2nd. Attributing the virtuosity and elegance of the Piano Man, Piano Men features the works of 20th century's best pianists and songwriters. Featuring songs from music icons such as Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, and Barry Manilow, don't miss what critics are saying is energetic, with fun and playful performances that evokes hits of an era. Piano Men is held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A major new twist about those 3 Sarasota County middle schoolers accused of having a gun on a school bus. There's much more to the story, it turns out. The latest from our Jacqueline Metter. Jacqueline?
Ray, those 3 students are not in school today, and now they're all facing multiple charges. Officials say the gun they were in possession of is determined to have been stolen during a recent burglary. The firearm was initially found after a female student on the bus told the driver that several students had a gun yesterday afternoon. That's when a .38 caliber revolver was then discovered, and the driver called police. The school bus was at North Lockwood Ridge and Jolson Drive when the gun was found. 3 male students between the ages of 13 and 14 have each been charged with possession of a firearm on school property, and they also face many other charges in 3 residential break-ins and 1 vehicle burglary at the Bella Sol Apartments. Police say this should serve as a warning to parents and children alike. If you see something, say something.
As parents, we need to make sure that we're keeping a real close eye on our kids, especially at this age. You know, again, to the girl that made the, it's pretty brave thing for her to do, to go to let the bus driver know. She did the absolute right thing, and I would tell any other kids like that to see something like that at school, certainly go tell the teacher.
An adult 18-year-old Juan Hernandez was also charged in this incident. Meanwhile, parents at Booker Middle School were notified of the incident with a voicemail from the school district. Luckily, no injuries were reported, and officials say all students are safe and there's no danger to the public. Back to you, Ray.
All right, thank you, Jacqueline. An update now on the investigation into Wednesday's surprise attacks in London. Police say the suspect, this man, 52-year-old Khalid Masood, was a British citizen before converting to Islam. They say he had a long criminal history, but nothing terrorism related. Police fatally shot him after he allegedly fatally stabbed an officer. Police have arrested 2 other suspects as well in the wake of Wednesday's attack. Another victim, a 75-year-old man, succumbed to his injuries, bringing the death toll to 4, which includes an American tourist from Utah. Over 40 were injured from 11 different countries on that day 2 days ago. National news now, a number of Black and Latino teenage girls are missing in Washington, D.C. And as Elizabeth Hurd tells us, police say the numbers don't tell the whole story. We will have more on that story later. Back in the state news now, a follow-up on a large wildfire that's spreading in Jacksonville. So far, it has burned 700 acres. And firefighters say the hard thing is keeping the fire contained.
There's still a lot of heat, a lot of smoke being produced, a lot of embers out there. As long as the humidity is good and the winds are calm, things are wonderful for firefighters. But it's those gusty winds that we really have to have to issue with. So it's just dry.
Fire officials believe the fire began from a man burning paperback books in his backyard. He has been cited for illegally burning household waste. Well, 200 miles up in the air this morning, astronauts on the International Space Station took a Friday morning walk. NASA's Shane Kimbrough and French astronaut Thomas Pesquet floated out of the hatch this morning to disconnect an old docking port. It needed to be removed to make room for a new docking device that can accommodate future capsules. If all goes well, the new parking spot could be in place later on this year or early next year. NASA wants to cram in 2 or 3 spacewalks before Kimbrough returns to Earth on April 10th. 225 miles up in the air.
Never gets old.
You could watch that on an endless loop all day. Yeah.
It's really cool. Remember Hatfield's is it Space Odyssey cover that he did from the space station? It was absolutely fantastic. It really gives that's the sense up there of how beautiful everything is.
You can't be claustrophobic inside those capsules, though. You can't be claustrophobic.
You know, interesting enough, I was reading an article about the future space travel to Mars, and one of the big difficulties that is still yet unknown is what it's going to be like for them to lose sight of the Earth, to where the Earth becomes just another star out there.
Yeah.
Because every other mission that we've had so far, they can look back to the Earth, and it's beautiful, and it's serene, and you have that attachment. But when you leave, when you don't see the Earth anymore, and you're there for years,
it's a little frightening.
Not frightening in the weather, though.
No, good segue.
Thank you, sir. Looks great out there. Beautiful blue skies. Speaking of blue skies, planet Earth must look great, or at least the state of Florida must look great from space right now. And we'll show you that picture coming up in just a few, actually. Radar showing a few scattered showers over on the other coast. Nothing here locally. It'll be dry as a bone here today. Daytime highs near the 80 mark. Complete forecast for the weekend in a second.
Thank you, John. On to consumer news now. Disney's CEO will stay on while a search for his successor continues. Disney extended Robert Iger's contract 2 more years. He is 66 years old, and he can afford to retire now. Get this, last year he made $43 million. Disney is the parent company of ABC News. An iconic gummy bear will soon be American-made. The German company Haribo is planning to open its first U.S. factory in Wisconsin. It's expected to bring in at least 400 jobs to that area. Since 1982, Haribo has already been the top seller of gummy bears in the country, but wants to grow further. The U.S. production begins in 2020. Overall, the company produces 100 million gummy bears daily at 16 factories in the country. And now you know. Let's go back to Chef Judy now, who is live at a Thai restaurant in Sarasota County. Hey, Judy.
Hey there, Ray. We're having a beautiful day at Isan Thai, and now it's my favorite time of this segment. Let's talk about the food. Let's start right over here with the lettuce wraps.
This is we call nam kruk. This make from rice, chicken, fresh herb. It's all ingredient is very healthy. We put fresh ginger inside, cilantro, scallion also.
It's low carb and so fresh with a beautiful lettuce. Now, crispy whole fish, incredible.
This is we call pra rat prik in Thailand. It's we fry with fresh fish, whole red snapper, and put Thai sweet chili basil sauce on the top.
So delicious and great to share at a table. Over here?
The next is Thai papaya. We call som tam in Thailand. It's very healthy, good for your digestion. It's a fresh papaya, lime juice, fish sauce, carrot, peanut.
And you can get it spicy or mild, right?
Mild, medium, hot, Thai hot, whatever you like.
I'm the wimp in the family, but my husband likes the Thai hot. And over here?
This is, of course, Thailand. This pad Thai is popular. And pad Thai here, #1 selling.
Is it really? And you can get it with shrimp. You mentioned today is a duck special and chicken or pork,
Any
correct?
meat you like.
Beautiful. Over here, it's
Over here
such
is
a nice display.
Pineapple fried rice. We have the rice, scallion, egg, sauteed together, and with cashew nut and pineapple.
This is going to be one of my favorite lunches. Your Thai sausages, so unique because you don't find them on many menus.
This one only Isan Thai have. This is my mom recipe. It's made from rice, garlic, and pork.
It's so delicious. You need to try the Thai sausage. And of course, we wouldn't be at a Thai restaurant if we didn't have curry. So tell us about this curry dish.
This is green curry. You can add any protein you like as well. This is made from the fresh ingredient, the fresh make the green color from the fresh green chili.
It's so good. Now, you also have, what other type of curries do you carry?
I have red curry, yellow curry, Penang curry, and northern style curry.
Now, is Penang the spiciest of the curries, or just a different way that you cook it?
Yeah, different way we cook and different herb inside.
Beautiful. Also another favorite. So as you can see, our lunch today is going to be fantastic. But stay with us. There's still some Thai dessert to come. We'll be back in just a few minutes from Isan Thai.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can buy one for just $24,999 or save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab during Ram Truck Month. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hey, Tampa Bay, join us for the premiere of a new St. Petersburg tradition, the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, March 25th and 26th from 10 to 8 p.m. at Northstraub Park. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends for the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, March 25th and 26th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
So we're looking at air temperatures around the region that have in many places already broke the 80-degree mark. We've got 80 degrees in Punta Gorda, 80 degrees in Arcadia, 80 degrees in Venice, and then temperatures generally pretty close to that mark in other locations. As we head into the afternoon, I think most places are going to hit the 80-degree mark without too much trouble. That's the thing about dry air, and our air is much drier today than 24 hours ago. We've got a 54-degree dew point. Wasn't but a couple days ago we were at dew points in the 60s, so a big drop, an upper 60s in fact, so a big drop in our dew point with plenty of sunshine. Dry air at the surface, dry air aloft, everywhere you look the air is dry. It cools down fast, it heats up fast, and we'll today probably make it into the low 80s for a daytime high. This is a loft, and this is an indication of from our satellites of mid and upper level air and where the dry air is, where it is not, the swirls and motions in our atmosphere. And this tan color is an indication of the drier air. And there's plenty of it right across the state of Florida. So yes, surface winds picking up a little bit of moisture as it comes over the Atlantic waters and kicking off a few showers there. But with that dry air in place, as soon as those showers make it over land, it's cut off from its moisture supply, and those showers are going to just fizzle out before they ever make a run for our area on the other coast. Taking a look at the Titan radar composite from across the nation, obviously a pretty active day in the open plains. Also in the northeast, we're getting a little bit of lake effect snow as well as some mountain snows up there. But it's really this area where the severe weather threat is located. So anywhere from Kansas City back to Oklahoma City down through parts of Texas could be some airport delays. High pressure brings us that northeast wind today and generally an easterly wind as we head into tomorrow, I think. Again, promoting a few scattered showers on the other coast, but we stay dry. The one thing I'll say is that the frontal boundary that's producing that rain shower activity I just showed you back west is going to basically kind of stall out, take its good old time moving eastward. And as it sort of tightens the gradient between this expanding ridge of high pressure and that low, we'll probably see our winds just kind of take a little bit of a surge this evening. Enough so that we might see an exercise caution statement issued along our area waterways, boaters. So just watch for that. It's possible. So a few afternoon showers over on the other coast. Not much happening here locally, though. We remain under this easterly wind flow. Winds picking up a little bit during the overnight. And then a moderate chop developing with 2 to 3 foot seas. Should be pretty nice boating weather tomorrow, though, I think. We just came off our high tide. We have a low tide approaching at 5:34, so much closer to that high tide. And then another high tide coming your way just before the 11 o'clock hour tonight. So the extended range forecast is dry and looks very nice with little chance of rain, lots of sunshine. Although we could still use some rainfall. We're down 5.5 inches for the year thus far. Doesn't look like we'll see it this week. Ray?
Yes, down. Okay, thank you, John. Back to national news again. Black and Latino teenage girls are missing at an alarming number in Washington, D.C., and that's just half the story. Elizabeth Herr explains.
These tweets from D.C. police highlighting nearly a dozen black teenage girls reported missing in just 3 days have community members in Washington both frustrated and scared.
We can't go nowhere by ourselves. We can't do nothing because we have to keep worrying about somebody trying to take us.
The teens are among 38 people now listed as missing on D.C.'s Metropolitan Police site, many of them black or Latino teenage girls.
Any child gone missing, it should be known that there's a possibility this child could be hurt.
Concerned, hundreds packed a town hall meeting this week, worried their children were being targeted. But according to city officials, there aren't more girls missing. They're just doing a better job of raising awareness.
I just implemented a process to ensure that all critical missing persons receive the same level of police service and media attention. D.C.
police tell ABC News all 38 people currently missing walked away voluntarily, and 4 teens in the initial series of tweets have since been located. But those still missing could be in real danger, and that's why D.C. officials are turning to social media to bring greater awareness.
There certainly is a disparity between when you have a missing person of color and a missing white person. If someone is classified as a runaway, they certainly don't get media attention.
But D.C. officials say right now their hands are tied because an Amber Alert can only be issued if it's believed the child has been abducted or is in imminent danger. And so officials are urging parents to contact their lawmakers if they want that changed. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
All right, switching gears now on a much lighter note here at home. Nice weather this weekend and a variety of events from which to choose. Here's Linda Carson's weekly Suncoast Scene.
This is the last weekend for the Sarasota County Agricultural Fair. If you want a real thrill, come out here and hop on one of those rides. And check out the livestock exhibits.
Friday night, we actually auctioned the steers off, which showed Tuesday night. The hogs will be auctioned off on Saturday night. They were shown last night and then graded and judged.
Footloose at the Players Center for Performing Arts now through April 9th. It'll take you back to your own teen years. Artistic director Jeffrey Ken says it's a story of his life.
I was a kid that grew up in the middle of farmland, and you know, there were sometimes restrictions onto what you did and what you couldn't do.
The songs may strike a familiar note.
I'm holding out for a hero, obviously Footloose, Almost Paradise. So the soundtrack is really the soundtrack to a lot of people and their youths.
And the 3-day DeSoto Seafood Festival kicks off Friday at Sutton Park in Palmetto. Great food and great live music. The headliner is classic rock band 38 Special. Rehearsals are underway for Cirque du Voir. It's under the Big Top Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 shows only. It brings together Circus Sarasota, the Key Chorale, the Cirque Orchestra, and choirs from Riverview and Sarasota high schools.
I think it's just an incredible fusion because you have the musical arts and circus arts coming together, and what happens is when you add live music, it elevates the circus performers' performance. The circus performers elevate the chorus and the orchestra, and what you get is something that is just completely Sarasotan because you have these great musical organizations in town, an incredible circus, and it can only happen in Sarasota.
Cirque du Voir in the Big Top across from UTC Mall. And the Venice Nokomis Rotary Club presents A Toast to Venice Saturday from 2 to 5 at the Maxine Barrett Park.
It is a community get-together where the that we have craft beer and wine.
There is a wonderful silent auction that has everything you can imagine in it, including this year we have a baby grand piano that's been, yes, I know, that's been donated. It is excellent.
Have a great weekend and check out the Sarasota County Fair before it closes Sunday night at 10.
4-H'ers and FFA members have put their heart and soul into raising this livestock, so come out and take a look at it before it's all auctioned off. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Some great ideas. Thank you, Linda. There's no end in sight to the Star Wars franchise, and fans of one comedian will have to tuck their phones into a pouch during the show. We'll explain.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
For years, I told everyone my Craftmatic adjustable bed was the greatest until I got the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has an adjustable pillow feature that's awesome. You're gonna want one too when you see how little they cost.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less, featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest, bedside power plugs, underbed night lights, and more. Available in all mattress types with optional heat and soothing massage for as much as half the price of Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. Adjust the rising pillow feature to help align your head, neck, and shoulders. See for yourself with our 30-day in-home trial. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-237-0214. That's 1-800-237-0214. Call 1-800-237-0214. Call now.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
I met a girl, she made me smile, she made me wait. She crossed the street, she crossed my heart. She fixed her dress, she bit her lip.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
It has been a delicious visit once again to Isan Thai, right here next to the Felipe Creek Estates. You're going to enjoy lunch, dinner 7 days a week, and of course, fresh desserts. Now, they make these fresh to order. Mango, they just cut in front of me. So we have, of course, the traditional Thai sticky pudding dessert, and this is a pumpkin custard sticky rice. It's going to be perfect with a cup of green tea or my coconut milk, and I'm going to enjoy. So while I have this, I'm going to send it back to you, Ray. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too, Judy. Looks good out there. Thank you very much. Entertainment news now. Comedian Chris Rock forcing fans to lock up their phones. It's true. During his show, Each person who brings a phone into the theater, everybody, has to put it in a pouch and lock them inside until an authorized person unlocks it after the show. The promoter says everyone must cooperate.
So I think it's good to be able to be present for an experience. I mean, that's why you're going out to live shows anyway.
And they will legislate it. Other artists like Alicia Keys and Louis C.K. are also going to get on board with this new idea. Amy Schumer no longer plans to be a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. The actress says she won't be playing the Mattel doll any longer in an upcoming live-action film. The movie was scheduled to start shooting on June 23rd, but Schumer has a lengthy promotional tour for her comedy show, which takes precedence, and that starts in May. Star Wars is not going away anytime soon. Disney says we can expect at least another 15 years of films after the new trilogy is finished. This December's Episode 8, The Last Jedi, will feature scenes with the late Carrie Fisher reprising her role as Princess Leia. Episode 9 is expected to be released in 2019, with several spin-off movies already in the works. At the box office this weekend, Chips going to try to ride for a win. The revival of the 1970s TV series stars Michael Pena as an undercover FBI agent and Dax Shepard as an aging extreme sports athlete out to win back his estranged wife. Power Rangers returning back in theaters. The teen action superhero flick is expected to take second place in the box office, followed by Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds in sci-fi thriller Life is due for third place, they expect. They always tell you the box office figures. They never have a head count instead. You know, they'll never say this weekend there was 40,000 people who saw it. They'll say the actual value of the tickets.
Right, which I guess is really what matters.
The value of the tickets. Boy, Star
Right.
Wars has a license to print money, it seems.
Well, you know, I mean, they just built the new theme park, so they got to keep making the movies. You know?
Support it, huh?
That's right.
What a good system that is. Well, have a great weekend.
You too, sir.
You too, and we'll see you Monday on Good Morning Suncoast.